The other owner of Schwartz and Sandy's isn't pleased. Sandoval's decision to deactivate his social media accounts, seemingly to redirect complaints to their business account, is seen as embarrassing behavior. Some feel he should just ignore the negative comments. There's a lack of sympathy for him because Sandoval's questionable behavior has been well documented for years prior to their business venture with the Toms. While it may not have been as public as Sandoval's, it was the other owner's responsibility to thoroughly research his business partners and accept the risks associated with teaming up with a public figure with a checkered past. Initially, there wasn't much sympathy when Sandoval faced public backlash, as it's seen as a consequence of his actions. Schwartz and Sandy's success is largely tied to the Toms' public profiles and the popularity of VPR. However, there's now a bit of sympathy for Sandoval, given his apparent efforts to exacerbate the situation despite likely apologizing to his partners and pledging to improve. Exiting the partnership isn't straightforward, as there's no board to vote him out, and it's uncertain whether that would sway public opinion or affect their customer base. Nevertheless, Greg doesn't appear to be without fault, tempering any sympathy one might have for him. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Spill Chronicles. It's me, Ramona here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. However, Kate has spoken out about Tom's lawsuit. I admire how Katie and Ariana's relationship has grown and how they support each other. The audacity it takes to go through with suing Ariana and then think, why not throw in a lawsuit against the woman I cheated on for good measure? I can't wait to see his face when this ridiculous case gets dismissed. I really hope Ariana's lawyers use this as grounds to get the case thrown out. It's absurd. The judge's reasoning that Ariana watching the video in the bathroom means she didn't have consent makes no sense, especially since Tom shared his password. Basic rule: don't share your password if you don't want others to access your stuff. Tom knowingly took the risk of Ariana accessing his phone at any time. He even admitted forgetting to delete this video, suggesting he deleted other videos in the past, knowing Ariana could access his phone. One could argue Ariana had a suspicion she might find explicit content on Tom's phone, and to protect Raquel from potential exposure, she viewed it in a private setting. If anything, she exposed Tom's behavior to Raquel, who wouldn't have known about such content if Ariana hadn't shown her. Both Raquel and Tom should fade into obscurity, and Bravo needs to step up. Tom should be let go. How can he afford this? The legal fees for what's clearly a lost cause will surely impact his main source of income, the show. How determined is he to sabotage his own career? On the other hand, Scheana discussed Sandoval's lawsuit against Ariana with captions. The issue with Scheana is that she didn't need hindsight to see this coming. It was glaringly obvious the whole time. The sad part is she sacrificed a genuine friendship with Ariana for two people, Tom and Lala, who lack authenticity. Even if Ariana forgives her, the trust and bond they once shared may never fully recover. Scheana's focus seems to be on quantity over quality in her relationships. Instead of addressing her audience, Scheana should prioritize contacting her lawyer immediately. She's the only person facing legal action resembling criminal charges during this ordeal, as seen in her TRO. Scheana might be considered a crucial witness, asked about her actions towards Raquel post-WHHL, including allegations of phone altercation. Did she see clips on Rachel's phone? Did Raquel willingly share them, or did Scheana take the phone forcibly? Did Scheana discuss this with Bravo or others? Did damaging the phone prevent Raquel from filing a report? She could be a pivotal witness in Raquel or Ariana's defense. Since the incident involving Sandoval, Scheana's podcast income may have significantly risen. It's imperative she seeks legal counsel promptly to assess any potential risks. If Sandoval implicates Ariana, Scheana could face similar challenges based on relevant facts. Scheana, call your lawyer. Avoid live discussions. However, Schwartz has deleted his recent birthday post for Sandoval following the news of Sandoval's lawsuit against Ariana. It raises questions about how Schwartz will address and manage this situation going forward. It's likely that either his PR team or the owners of Schwartz and Sandy's advised him to do so. Despite this, it's evident their friendship remains strong. Now, with Sandoval seeking economic damages, all his financial records, not just those pertaining to the existing house case, will be subject to discovery. This includes the bar's financial records dating back to its inception, potentially revealing more about Sandoval's economic claims. The release of these financial records could also expose additional financial discrepancies involving Ariana, potentially uncovering fraud against her or financial institutions that have supported Sandoval or Schwartz and Sandy's. This development is significant, and monitoring NBCU connections for updates reveals a tightly controlled situation. Scheana, too, needs to secure her own legal representation promptly, as parts of the defense may involve her, and she could be a crucial witness in this case. Additionally, Schwartz's verbal treatment of Katie over the cop prank is deeply troubling. His behavior reflects a lack of accountability and decency, hurling insults at his own wife and displaying a shocking level of vitriol. From calling her names like idiot and moron to spewing hurtful words like, "This is why I don't want to have sex with you," Schwartz's actions are reprehensible. Even Sandoval, known for his loyalty, recognized the need to intervene and stop Schwartz's hurtful behavior towards Katie. The next day, instead of remorse, Schwartz dismisses Katie's feelings, labeling her concerns as being a social justice warrior and accusing her of sulking. His inability to reflect on his own behavior and take responsibility is glaring. Schwartz's behavior is even more disheartening given his public stance, like posting a black square on Instagram, which seems contradictory to his actions. His irresponsibility extends further, as evidenced by reckless acts like losing his keys and kicking down their door, leaving their home vulnerable. Katie, often portrayed differently in public perception, faces a different standard. Her straightforwardness means she doesn't get the same leniency Schwartz does, which adds to the psychological toll of their relationship dynamic. Schwartz's conduct is unacceptable, and he should face consequences for his actions. Moreover, Tom deleted his Instagram after filing the lawsuit against Ariana. While I don't wish personal harm on him, it wouldn't bother me if he left LA and returned to his hometown to work at a Macy's beauty counter selling nail polish and makeup. However, this would require him to accept accountability, something he seems unwilling to do as he seeks to elevate himself by tearing others down. It's ironic how he condemned Raquel for suing Ariana in a similar situation at the reunion, only to do the same himself. He often engages in behavior he criticizes others for, mirroring what doubt did to him, but worse. Rewatching past episodes, knowing the outcome, reveals his hypocrisy, especially considering his emotional outbursts over similar betrayals. Now, he's suing Ariana, perhaps out of financial desperation and a desire for revenge. There's a sentiment among viewers to petition for his removal from the show, regardless of Ariana's involvement, to hold him accountable. On the other hand, I'm rewatching the Season 9 reunion, and something struck me that I didn't fully grasp the first time around. It's understandable that they grilled Lala about Randall, especially given their recent split. However, what stood out to me was how they initially brought up all the concerns Lala had raised about Brock throughout the season. His lack of contact with his kids and allegations of domestic violence against his ex. But as soon as these issues were raised, the focus quickly shifted to asking Lala if she regretted her previous statements in light of what had come out about Randall. There seemed to be a rush to absolve Brock of any wrongdoing. I disagree with this narrative. Everything Lala questioned about Brock was based on truths. He admitted to slapping his ex and has had issues seeing his children. despite often portraying himself as a devoted father to Summer Moon. Lala did adopt a moral high ground during her relationship with Randall, and that should be acknowledged. However, during the reunion, it felt frustrating that they seemed to imply Lala's concerns about Brock were invalidated because of revelations about Randall. Criticism towards Lala isn't solely about her comments on Brock's past. It also stems from her perceived hypocrisy, saying one thing one day and contradicting herself the next, and vehemently defending herself against any criticism. She's seen as someone who sets different standards for herself compared to others, and viewers are justified in holding her accountable for this. Additionally, the timing of Lala bringing up these concerns, waiting until the reunion to do so on camera, raises questions about her motivations. If she genuinely cared about her friend, she could have addressed these issues when they first started dating or before her friend had a child with Brock, not years later for the sake of television airtime. In summary, while Lala's criticism of Brock should be part of the discussion, it shouldn't overshadow the broader issues of consistency and timing in how she handles such matters. However, I'm rewatching VBR from the beginning after the Scandoval situation, and your theory makes a lot of sense. In Season 9, Episode 11, when Sandoval decides to scale back his social interactions with Schwartz due to disagreements over Katie and S&S, it does seem like an odd reaction amidst all the drama. This move could indeed create opportunities for Sandoval to spend more time with Raquel while using Schwartz as cover, especially since Ariana isn't closely following the show. Raquel's increased presence in the group around this time, coinciding with troubles in her relationship with James, fits into this narrative. It's plausible that things were starting to fall into place for Sandoval and Raquel during this period. When revisiting Season 9 and the beginning of Season 10, pay attention to Sandoval's reactions whenever Raquel enters the scene or the conversation. His noticeable excitement and subtle signs may indicate that his feelings for her were developing long before anyone else picked up on it. When Schwartz and Raquel eventually hook up, Sandoval's exaggerated reaction appears contrived and insincere. I think your theory holds water, and there's likely more to uncover as you continue watching. Additionally, I recently read a comment mentioning that housewives' contracts typically prevent them from appearing on the show if they sue other cast members. If this holds true for Vanderpump Rules, it raises serious questions about the show's future, which is already uncertain. While we've seen legal issues among cast members on reality TV before, having both Tom and Ariana potentially involved in litigation against each other complicates matters significantly. The prospect of Ariana rejoining the cast for Season 12 seems increasingly unlikely, especially given the current circumstances. If she were to express a strong desire to return, it could pose a challenge given the contractual restrictions and potential legal implications. The show's production team would need to carefully navigate these legal and contractual issues to determine the feasibility of including both Tom and Ariana, or if adjustments to the cast lineup would be necessary moving forward. Moreover, Tom Sandoval has filed a lawsuit against Ariana Madix, alleging that she accessed explicit videos of Raquel Leviss on his phone, without his permission on March 1, 2023. According to court documents obtained exclusively by Us Weekly on July 16, Sandoval claims Madix made copies of the video and distributed it to Leviss and third parties without his authorization. The video controversy unfolded during the Season 9 finale of Vanderpump Rules, where Madix discovered footage of Sandoval and Leviss on his phone. This discovery led to the end of Madix and Sandoval's nearly decade-long relationship, with Sandoval subsequently dating Leviss until their split in May 2023. Madix's attorney, Jordan Sussman, responded to Sandoval's claims, criticizing his actions and stating that Madix is confident a jury will dismiss the lawsuit as frivolous. The statement emphasized that Sandoval's lawsuit is another attempt to avoid accountability for his actions and continues to torment Maddox emotionally. This legal dispute follows Levi's own lawsuit against Sandoval and Maddox filed in February, which accused them of eavesdropping, revenge porn, and invasion of privacy. Sandoval later countersued Levis in April, claiming her lawsuit aimed to extend her fame and rebrand herself as a victim. Maddox filed a countersuit against Levis shortly afterward, arguing that Levis was attempting to blame and punish her for the fallout from the affair. Maddox's legal team asserted that she confronted Sandoval about the affair immediately upon discovering the video and only discussed it with Levis, not sharing any footage with anyone else. The legal battles between Sandoval, Maddox, and Levis continue to unfold, impacting their personal lives and potentially influencing the future dynamics of Vanderpump Rules. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.